Yo, what's up? Ricky Sanders here. If you live for fast cars, greasy hands, and solving problems under the hood, welcome to your new favourite spot. I'm all about real fixes, no BS, and showing you how to keep your ride running like a champ. So go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's make some noise in the garage. Enough talk, let's get wrenching.
Developing every day, the chemical industry makes it possible to significantly facilitate the care and maintenance of the vehicle. To replace outdated gaskets, traditionally protecting the power unit from unwanted leakage of engine oil, come progressive special compositions called sealants. The unique property of these initially liquid means is represented by the ability to harden under certain conditions. The main purpose of the sealant is to prevent unacceptable leaks of lubricant through the openings of the crankcase oil pan cover. The use of rapidly hardening compositions allows you to avoid frequent replacement of obsolete gaskets that have come into disrepair. Varieties of sealants for automobile engine. Before choosing which liquid gasket is best suited for a particular motor, it is necessary to carefully study the characteristics of the two existing types of products offered by the modern automotive industry. Only by examining in detail the chemical composition of fast solidifying means, focusing on temperature stability, it is possible to provide sufficiently reliable protection against oil leaks. The most popular among progressive motorists today is a sealant for the engine, produced by the manufacturer on the basis of silicone. Its distinctive feature is considered the ability to quickly harden when interacting with moisture from the environment. Applying such a polymer means for repairing the power unit, it should be taken into account that the accumulation of the required amount of liquid requires a certain amount of time. Usually this process takes about 10 minutes, which is quite enough to perform the necessary manipulations to assemble the power unit. However, more complex repairs, such as installing an engine oil pan, cannot be accomplished in such a short period of time. If the sealant hardens prematurely, reassembly of the oil system must be started by removing the residual polymer. Only then a new layer of silicone compound can be applied. The extreme ease of use of silicone compositions explains the fact that they are preferred by the vast majority of novice motorists. The use of such sealants does not require special knowledge and skills. Mistakes in performing simple manipulations are practically excluded. However, it should be noted a significant disadvantage of silicone means. It manifests itself in the need for careful preliminary preparation and advanced planning of all stages of the ongoing repair activities. It is required to calculate in advance the time that is allocated for the installation of parts of the oil system, and properly clean the surfaces to be connected. An alternative option is an anaerobic compound used in the repair of the power unit. Such polymeric products have appeared on the automotive market relatively recently, having earned the unconditional approval of professional mechanics. For the transformation of liquid anaerobic sealant into an extremely dense solid substance requires the complete absence of oxygen. Since this gas is an essential component of the surrounding air, the use of the product requires special care and a specific approach. Having applied a layer of sealant, it is recommended to provide a strong pressure to ensure a tight fit of the connected fragments, and keep for a certain period of time until the final hardening of the composition. It should be noted that the slightest access to oxygen keeps the product in a liquid state, so it is necessary to be extremely careful. Advantages and disadvantages of anaerobic composition for engine repair. Perhaps the main advantage of anaerobic sealant is the independence of its curing from a certain period of time. It is possible to carry out repair activities with the applied liquid composition for any length of time. The final action is a tight pressing of the connected elements, blocking the access of oxygen. The sealant becomes solid and begins to perform its intended function. In addition, among the undeniable advantages of anaerobic sealant should certainly be noted the elasticity of the seam, which has a positive impact on the quality and durability of the connection. There are also disadvantages of this polymer means, which deserve a separate mention: instability of the composition to increased pressure. Exceeding certain values can destroy the connection. Application of anaerobic sealant requires special care. With uneven work, part of the polymer means remains in a liquid state. Based on the above, a non-professional novice car enthusiast experiences certain difficulties when using anaerobic sealant for self-repair of the engine of his own car. A specialist will cope with the task much better, which will save money and save the nerves of the hapless gore mechanic, frustrated by a failed attempt. Criteria for choosing a sealant. Unfortunately, we have to admit that the automotive market is not limited to branded products. Counterfeit products may well lurk next to quality products of proven manufacturers. Attracting ignorant drivers with underestimated prices, counterfeits have the same low performance characteristics. Therefore, do not show inappropriate economy, subsequently affecting the performance of the power unit. The purchase of original products of leading manufacturing companies will cost a little more expensive, but it guarantees the owner's peace of mind for the quality of products. In addition, prudent suppliers provide consumers with detailed recommendations on the use of polymer compositions for engine repair. Having thoroughly studied the instructions on the package, even a novice motorist is able to independently perform simple manipulations. As for sealants specifically, it is recommended to pay special attention to the temperature resistance of polymer compositions. For example, for the repair of powertrain components, it is necessary to select a product with increased temperature resistance. Since the parts of a functioning engine get quite hot during operation, the gaps between them must be filled with a sealant with a temperature resistance of at least 340 degrees Celsius. Otherwise, the tightness of the connection will be broken. Somewhat less requirements are imposed for compositions used to eliminate gaps between the fragments of equipment located in the underhood space. Here it is allowed to use a sealant capable of maintaining operational characteristics at a maximum temperature of 170 degrees Celsius. Conclusion: so, the information provided allowed us to familiarize ourselves with two types of polymer compositions known to the modern motorist, which came to replace the obsolete gaskets of the oil system of the power unit. The right choice can be made, having considered in detail the listed advantages and disadvantages of existing types of sealants. In addition, it is necessary to realistically assess their own capabilities, supported by specific skills and abilities. Application of automotive sealant. Silicone sealant. Application of automotive sealant. Application of automotive sealant. In conclusion, selecting the right sealant for your car engine is crucial for maintaining its performance and longevity. As a novice motorist, remember to consider the specific needs of your engine, the type of sealant that best suits your repair, and always follow the manufacturer's recommendations. Whether you opt for silicone, anaerobic, or gasket maker sealants, taking the time to choose wisely will save you time and money in the long run. Thank you for watching, and drive safely.